Okay. Question number 20. And you have 15 seconds. Do you believe that school board trustees should be subject to term limits? If so, please state the number of years they should serve, and this goes to Rita first.
Yes, I do believe that they should have term limits. Number of years, the 4-year terms, I'm not quite sure right now. I'd have to look into it to see what would be a good number, but I'm thinking off the top of my head, maybe 3 terms. If you had a child that's, K through 12 or something.
Easy one for me. No. I have been on a long time, and I think I bring some continuity to our board. I also think we have a lot of initiatives that we want to move forward, and I help do that.
I think, yes, and I think three terms is good, but also having said that, the voters are the ones who decide really who's on the board. It doesn't matter how many terms are allowed or whatever, it's the voters who decide.
I think term limits are a really good idea, personally. With all due respect to Annette, who's done a great job on the board. I'm thinking maybe 6 months would work for me. Actually, I think 2 terms would do it. Term limits are a popular issue nationally, and it should apply to the board.
I'm not sure on this one, but I would lean to yes and 2 terms. I'm going to limit myself to 1.
Okay, that's the end of our written questions. We do have some questions from the audience, but I think right now we're going to give you an opportunity to do just a little wrap-up. And did we say you have 90 seconds? But this is sort of to take the opportunity, if there was something you wished you'd said, kind of closing comments, and then we will go back to some of these audience questions. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask, are we going to have a chance to close altogether at the end of those other questions? Or is this, and so this is just a chance to expand on our answers to questions already posed?
It's both, so if you want, you can do that at 2 minutes.
I mean, in a way, I'd rather have the closing statement at the very end because, you kind of want to hear everyone's questions maybe, but I don't know, that's my personal, I don't know how everyone else.
Okay, let's move to the questions.
Ask these questions.
All right. And have these been sorted at all, Jason?
I
A little bit?
randomized them, yeah. I did not sort them, I didn't want to apply my judgment.
All right. Maybe help me with that time. Let's try this.
Well, if you want a second to get organized.
I'll try one of them and then make a minute. So, did you have something you wanted to say?
Well, I actually...
Did Sebastian make it?
Sebastian did not make it, but I did have a question, if I could be so bold as to ask.
Should we let him?
Yeah.
Well, my question is both personal, but it also reflects one of the priorities. I'm a trustee on the Packard Foundation, David Lucille Packard Foundation. One of our priorities is preschool, high-quality preschool across California, because of the incredible brain development that happens in those early years. And so I would be, and having a new human being that is developing very quickly in my life, I would be curious what sort of work you think the school district can do, realize that it's outside of your direct purview, but to encourage high quality early childhood education. And I know that's a large question, but 30 seconds, is that possible? Thank you.
Do you want to hold on the time? I think a high-quality preschool is incredibly important, and we have a very good one in Carmelo Preschool. We use the Reggio Emilia program. They actually have a curriculum now at preschool, and they started at the infant level, and it's incredible. I think that you're right, Jason. Brain development is really key, and starting early is very important for our students. And we've done that already in our district, and I think it's a great way to spend our monies.
Barbara Beck has done a really good job at implementing that Reggio Emilia program out at Carmelo. It focuses on the whole child, not just academics or not just behavioral, but the whole child. And it's a really wonderful program. Having said that, I wish that they would expand some of those components to kindergartners and first graders who could still use learning some of those skills.
It's been a long time, Jason, since I've been dealing with preschool. But I would say this, the CCDC Child Development Center out at Carmelo is really an excellent program. The district supported all along. The question I would have at this point, being kind of out of the loop at that level, is what's happening at Bay School and what would be happening in the village or down the coast in terms of access to those kind of programs.
Yeah, agreed. We have an extraordinary preschool at Carmelo, and it should be, well, if it's not at capacity, there should be as much capacity there to take students from our district. When we moved here, there wasn't room for our son. I'm curious if there's some way that that exceptional curriculum and professionalism at Carmelo could be shared with some of the other preschools in the community, besides the ones that are under the purview. Kashawa, I guess we're starting on down in Bayview. If that's possible, that it could improve the preschool experience across the community.
Yes, our program at Carmelo is pretty amazing. We had lived in Boston for a little while, and the preschool there had the similar Reggio Emilia program there, and I know there's Montessori, there's a lot of different techniques and styles. This one in particular is excellent. It's creative, it's free-flowing, it's perfect for that age group. As far as access to other schools, there's lots of opportunity for other schools to implement this program, and conferences and training sessions that they could attend to. And I also believe in, if possible, spending time at home with the mom is a really great way to connect with your child during those ages.
We're going to take 2 more questions. Let's do 30 seconds. 15 seconds. Hey. Okay. And then we'll give you a chance to wrap up. So we'll start with Mary. With regard to the overcrowding, how do you plan to make sure that students attending CUSD schools are indeed living in the district and qualified to attend our schools?
Well, as far as being qualified to attend, that means living within the district's boundaries. And I know in the past that they've hired private investigators to look into families who are possibly not living within the district. And the district policy now is to, when they do find families who are not living in the district, they give them an amount of time to either move into the district or pay the fine and get their child out of the district.
Okay, interesting question. The services the district uses to ferret out people that don't live in the unified district have been affected, and they should be, because the taxpayers are the ones paying for this. And there is some new legislation though that allows students that are attending underachieving or program improvement schools to attend districts just like this. So I think we're going to have to kind of look at that and how it might impact class size.
That we continue to rigorously enforce the rules that we have and use the services we've had. We're pretty good at it. And the community reports these to us, and we follow up on them. And what Carl said about this possibility of students transferring here because of low-performing schools, we thought that was going to be a serious problem, and it hasn't so far. We just have to keep an eye on it, and if we must, we will take those steps overall.
Yes, after, I guess last year with the private investigators and the initiative to look into the residences of the parents, I think our school district is doing a good job in handling the situation, and I think they're continuing to monitor it. And same with the kids that would have to transfer from low-performing schools. We'd have to keep an eye on it and just stay up with the issues.
I think we would keep up with our current practices, and in terms of having students who legitimately move into our district causing overcrowding, which we've gone up over 300 students in the last year or so. And so we have to deal with that problem right now. And luckily, we have more dollars per student than just about any other school district in the state. And we would use those monies to allow for additional teachers and, if necessary, more space at our schools.
Okay, this is a question for
Comment.
Which question?
Oh, are we done?